Hiya, and welcome back to Undefeated. The game that teaches us that we are never ready for this. The fifth one was Liar. Anyways, let's just hop right in. We're doing the entire update tonight. I'm alone. Bucky. I have to find Bucky. I'll explain everything to him. Zan? Bucky popped his head out of a nearby viewing room. He looks understandably confused. What happened? It didn't. Scenes of my fight sear through my brain. Bruce screaming in agony. The burning spot in the middle of my back. The commissioner's face. This should go without saying, but everything we've discussed here is covered by your NDA. Breathe a word of the details and the deal is off. I don't know what to say. I don't know what I'm allowed to say. He left it so vague. Anything I say could land me in deep shit. Am I supposed to just stay silent? He put me in a position to lie to my coach, but Bucky knows something is going on. What is he expecting? Why am I the one that has to work around all these insane rules?
Why can't we have something good for once in a furry visual novel without something bad happening or someone being hurt, bullied or killed out in the open?
For the funnies. It feels like nothing he says makes sense. I've frozen in place in front of Bucky. I already know it's been a bit too long to be natural. It didn't... What? Where's Bruce? Staring at the ground, searching for an explanation and coming up dry. How am I supposed to come up with any explanation for what just happened without breaking my contract? Zan. His hand is on my shoulder. I slow my breathing down. It got cancelled. I already know he doesn't believe that for a second. I don't believe that for a second. My shoulders raised in an exhausted, half-hearted shrug. Talk to me, Zan. Can't even look him in the eyes. I don't want to lie to you, but I can't tell you the truth. Bucky sighs. Can you at least tell me what happened? If I say anything, he'll fire Bruce. I'll fuck over my future and Redline.
Monokumai is gonna love this.
Bucky wraps his arms around me. It's kind of cold in this hallway. I guess I've been shivering. Only noticed it now that I have someone warm holding me. Bucky's arms hold me tight and calm my breathing. His hands glide up and down my back, and I can finally catch my breath. Until his hands traces over my back where the guard held his stun rod against me. I flinch against his touch, and I think he felt how wiry my fur is in that spot. The hug breaks. His eyes meet mine. A combination of fear, concern, and anger mixing on his face. Bucky's thumb and forefinger rub together, thinking. His fist clenches tight. He pats my shoulder. Let's take a walk. I can tell he's trying to act casual, but his voice is filled with tension. His breathing is heavy, too. We walk briskly toward the immersion chamber. He's silent the whole way through. I almost feel like I'm in trouble. He takes me to the ocean side. There are a few guys here, but they're off drinking on the patio. Bucky takes a slow, deep breath. We watch the ocean for a few seconds. It's a nice view, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. So, what happened? I want to speak up, but I feel like the cameras and microphones could probably reach this far out. Still nothing? I was hoping the waves could cover up any sound in case someone's trying to listen in. Let me see if I can work this out then. Did you have your fight with Bruce? I shake my head. Slight enough that a camera could probably have trouble seeing it from this distance. Something else happened. Do you know where Bruce is? I shake my head again. He lets out a sigh. And your back, does it hurt? Another shake. Well, that's good. Was the old man involved? The commissioner? I nod. Of course he was. He's really got it out for you, huh? I vigorously nod my head. He chuckles. Yeah, it makes sense that you probably can't do much talking then. We stare at the waves for a while. I should feel like I've let him down, but something about his presence makes me know I've got nothing to be ashamed of. How are you feeling? Tired. Yeah, don't blame you. No time to rest. I've got a fight in 2 days. Oh? With who? I can't say. I just look down. Oh. He pulls his arm around me and pulls me close. Bucky lets out a long, slow sigh. One that sounds more concerned than anything else. That's big. And talking about it will land you in more trouble. I'm getting tired of nodding. You okay? No. I give in. I don't know what I did wrong. It feels like everything's just rigged. Bucky holds me. I let the tears roll down. We tried to do the right thing. Nothing's working. I just want my friends to be okay. He just hugs me tighter. This sucks. I'm so tired. I want to be done. I don't want to fight anymore. I know. But if I don't, Bruce is fucked, and I'm fucked, and Redline. I take a breath. I don't want to think about what will happen if I don't fight. And then I break. Bucky holds me against his chest as I stain it with my tears. Everything rides on this. My future, Bruce's career, Redline's life. It's too much. So all I can do is cry. Poor Bucky. He probably has no idea what to do with me. His students are suffering and there's so little he's able to do. I'm sorry. Shh. You're okay. You don't deserve this. He scoffs. What? You're the one that's had to put up with this shit for months. You don't have to worry about me. Sorry. He cradles me against his body as my crying peters out. You remember a few months ago, before your second fight with Bruce? We stood out there and watched the waves for a bit one morning. Right. You were a different person back then, Xander. A lot has changed. I was a dick. Yeah, I won't say you weren't. But in just a few short months, I watched you get stronger. You opened up not only to me, but to Drayden, to Red and Bruce. I saw your heart change. I saw you started caring for your friends, how you went out of your way to make sure they were okay. And even now, you were worried about how I was feeling. You're the one that has a fight coming up. I sniffle. I don't feel like I've earned these compliments. Doesn't feel like much has changed. Change is what happens to you. How you respond isn't just what happens to you. How you respond to it matters too. I am so proud to have you as my student. I look up to him. He's crying. A smile plastered across his face. No matter what happens, Xander, we'll make it work. We hold each other and let ourselves cry. After a while, we watch the waves in silence. So, 2 days. Just tomorrow. Then the night after that is the fight. Sounds like we got work to do. Yeah. Of course, I probably don't even need it. I could win the fight here and now if he tried me. A big grin spreads across his face. There's the attitude we need! No clue who this mystery opponent is, but he's got shit luck having to face you. We laugh for a bit, feeling the tension ease. I'm worried for Bruce and Redline, but there's not much I can do for them right now. Or maybe the best thing I can do is prepare. If everything is riding on this, then I have to give it everything I have. Oh shit, wait, you probably need to see Drayden about the thing on your back. Fuck, you're right. Thankfully, Drayden was only a little upset. It was hard dancing around the details of what happened to us, but he seemed understanding enough. I get some gel to soothe the spot where I got zapped, along with a stern talking to. Getting Drayden mad at me is almost more upsetting than the whole deal with the commissioner. But he supports me. Not that he has much of a choice at this point, but neither do I. I sleep good that night. I have to. I'll wake up early the next morning. I've got training to do. We can't take it too hard. I can't risk injuring myself. I have to finish this fight. But we get to work. Running drills. Running laps. I slam away at the heavy bag. Reminds me of where I was a few months ago. Practicing baby combos on this thing. We need to get the magical power of the tiger and lick his ass. God, I wasted so much energy being mad at myself. All for something I didn't even do. All about something I couldn't even control. All this for a man that doesn't care whether I live or die. I'll make him regret ever hiring me. The bag shakes and shudders frantically, and I step back, sweat dripping down my frame. I turn as if I'll see Redline in his corner, jumping rope at double pace. Not here. But I can feel him cheering me on, pushing me further, helping my flame grow brighter. When you wake up, Red, I'm gonna have good news for you. But for now... Good! Again! Again. Again! I beat my anger into the bag, my fears, my failures, my rage. There's no point in directing that inward. I don't deserve that. So many people have been working their ass off to help me become a better person. It's my turn to pay them back. There we go! Save some for the fight, Zan! He laughs and claps me on the back. What do you think? You're ready to drop Bruce in your last fight. So whoever this guy is, he's getting carried out on a stretcher. I could hardly sleep the night before my fight, but with everything going on, my body just sort of gave out. Red, Bruce, I'm gonna get us out of here. I got no goddamn idea when they plan on getting me out of here. I've been in this shitty little jail cell for probably a day now, maybe a day and a half. Hardly that much time, but it feels like forever since the fight. At least it's giving me a chance to sleep, rest my bones after getting tased. Shame that the bed sucks, but not exactly unexpected. This thing wasn't made for people my size.
It's time to drink water.
Then again, not many things are.
It's time to drink water.
Creaky.
It's time to drink water.
Lumpy. It smells
It's
like
time to
old
drink
people.
water.
This all is damp but bone dry at the same time. Not sure how they did it. Cold too. I miss my heat lamps. Doesn't help that they didn't bring me a change of clothes. All I've got are my trunks and gloves from fight night. I sigh and lean back, bumping my horns against the cement wall. This sucks. Should have expected them to figure out what we were planning somehow. They always find out. Maybe I should have just handed in my resignation or not showed up at all. There's a million things I could have done different. We shouldn't have even gotten to this point. Should have quit on day one. And now I'm here, Zan's alone, and Red's all kinds of fucked. I really fucked everything up.
That commissioner is
At least I have
definitely gonna
company
get it
down
now.
here. Though he hasn't shown in a while. Hey! That shithead's gotta be around here somewhere, right? Hello? You around? I don't want to get too close to the bars. I bumped against him on my first night and shocked myself silly. They expect him to be electrified. Not as bad as the stun sticks, but fuck. Probably not great for me to be getting zapped this much. I don't know if the bars are even still live, but I'd rather not take my chances. I know the panel arming them is right outside my cell. I hear footsteps. I hate that I know it's him just by the way he walks. What's up, big guy? You! You. I'm gonna give him the cat sees an enemy cat treatment. Bitch! 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 What's up, big guy? Cole. Jackass. He looks so goddamned pleased with himself, twirling a stun stick in his hand. A pair of keys jingles attached to his belt. Got the time? Why does it matter? You're not going anywhere. Just curious. You seriously can't tell? The fuck am I supposed to tell time without a clock or a window? He just laughs at that.
$5 for one slap to the cunt's face.
They really fucked you up, huh? Not nearly as much as I'll do to you. All I can remember is that they snuck up on me, tased me, and I woke up here. I definitely thrashed around in the elevator, damn near broke the box, took them all down with me. I got a gator in these jeans somewhere. Got a few glimpses of the hallways as they dragged me along, but it's all hazy. I do know that we're way deeper than I've ever gone. Hence, the musty-ass cage. Cole grunts and leans back against the wall opposite my cell. Yeah, I saw that. These things do some damage, huh? Fuck-ass says that with the shittiest grin on his face, batting the stun baton into his free hand slowly, almost like he's threatening me with it. Try not to look too upset. You want to find out yourself? Give it here. Think I'll pass on that, pussy! I grunt and lean back in bed. So, when did you become a cop? Dunno, I think I have to go to school for that. This is just a temporary thing. Ooh, mall cop. Even better. He didn't like that one. Fair. In my defense, he's a piece of shit. I'm getting promoted, dude. Gonna be the new champ. Taking your place. Comish said so. The commissioner, is a piece of shit. You, my friend, are worse than the shit than the... You asshole, are worse than the dirt under my shoe. Takes me a second to figure out the implications that has. Old man's gonna try to get the shithead to kill Xan too, huh? Well, damn. Sorry to hear it'll be short-lived. Ha! What, you think I'm gonna lose? It's anything like your last few fights, yeah. You saw me win the little one last week, right? My heart drops to the pit of my stomach. He flicks... Ah, shit. He flicks the power on the stun baton and waves it around, almost taunting me. It was a slaughter, man. You should have seen it. Yeah. Yeah, dude, it was great. I hear he's coming back for a rematch. I'll fucking kill you. I'll break your shitty little toy and beat you to death with your own 2 fucking arms! And breathe out. Cole will get what's coming to him, in time. Focus on now. Focus on getting out, getting Xan and Red safe. But yeah, new champ. He flicks the stun rod off and points at himself, jackass. Try not to sigh too loud. You know it's bullshit, right? It's not gonna last. Cole looks confused. I already told you I'm not gonna lose. No, dumbass. The job itself. Commissioner's doing you a solid right now when you need it. But the second you're not useful, he's gonna turn around and throw you to the wolves. Dude, I am a wolf. Jesus fucking Christ. He's gonna fire you. You're his lapdog right now. He's gonna keep pushing you to do worse and worse shit. Once you fight back, you're getting fired or... I gesture to the cell around me. Thrown away. Cole stares blankly, thinking for a few seconds. Okay. He shrugs. I mean, you told me you'd try spouting some bullshit, but I didn't think you'd make it that obvious. Dumbass, I'm trying to help you! Sounds like you're trying to get your old job back. If I wanted my job, I wouldn't have just given up in the ring. I'm just trying to give you some advice. Even though he sure as hell doesn't deserve it. Cole scoffs. Well, even if you were telling the truth, why the fuck should I care? I've got mine. Got a nice promotion, a raise, and I get to beat the fuck out of the little freaks like that Yeen dude. My body moves on instinct. I'm standing an inch from the bar. Cole prepares, pointing his baton at me and powering it on. There's no helping this depraved fuck. With a huff, I drop back onto the bed. Cole flicks a switch on the baton and turns it off. Whatever, man. Go be his bitch. Don't say I didn't warn you. Once you go down this road, you're gonna start feeling real fucking grimy. And no amount of cleaning is gonna make you feel good again. Cole rolls his eyes. Yeah, I'll worry about that when I'm rolling on money in the top floor. There's an uncomfortable silence. So what's next? You just gonna sit around watching me sleep? Fuck no, I'm not scheduled overnight. Then what happens tomorrow? Fuck if I know. Old man said something about an attitude adjustment for you, but apparently plans changed right after you got here. Changed? From what to what? He's gotta fight. Pfft. Who, the commissioner? I chuckle to myself. Yeah. The smirk that crept across my face disappears. The fuck? He hasn't fought in years. Didn't even think he could fight at all. Yeah, he says he's got a fight tonight. Tonight with who? He laughs. He's that little deer dude that keeps challenging you. My heart drops. What? Yeah, dude, he was pissed. Said something about doing Bruce's job for him, I don't remember. He's going to kill Xander. I couldn't touch the commissioner before. There's no way Xander's surviving this. You gotta let me out. Again, I rise up, coming face to face with Cole through the bars. No shot. His baton flickers back to life. I'm not trying to fuck with you, man. I gotta stop the commish, dude. He's gonna hurt Xander. Fucking good? That's kind of the whole reason you're down here. I slam a fist into the bar without thinking. It stings for a second. Cole! Now fucking... Ugh! Cole's baton slips through the bars, jabbing me in the abs. It didn't linger for more than a second, but it felt like taking a cannonball at point blank. My body drops and convulses, teeth gritting as I force my muscles under control. You're so fucking pathetic, dude. No wonder the old man's getting rid of you. Can't even put a lightweight out to save yourself. Now I'll let you deal with that for a bit. Have fun, dickhead! I lay there, heaving and growling as the pain courses its way out through my body. He's fighting tonight, and there's nothing I can do about it. I'm fucking useless. What the fuck am I doing? I've made it out of worse situations. I'm the goddamn champion, undefeated. This is no different from any other fight. I'm gonna find a way out and we'll put an end to all this. Right? So, this mystery fight. Am I allowed to watch? I never really thought about that. Probably not. Unless you know which arena it's located in. I do not. And there wasn't any sort of official broadcast announcement. Security cameras, maybe? He thinks for a second and smiles. Can't say I know how to get into those, but we'll give it a shot. Appreciate it. Feels like this elevator's taking forever to come up. Bucky puts a hand on my shoulder. Breathe. You're gonna do great. I smile and nod. Thanks. And this time, I actually believe him. I'm stronger now, stronger than I was for every fight before this. It helps that Harvey's much closer to my size than Bruce is, too. Even though Harvey said he lost to him before, the old man's had to have gotten weaker since then. Who the fuck is Harvey? Oh, the commissioner! Took me a minute. The elevator door opens. I take a breath. Part of me doesn't want to step inside. Once I do, the doors are going to close, and when they close, that'll be it. Do or die time. I don't want to die. And let the breath go. I turn around, wrapping my arms around Bucky. He seems surprised for a second, then hugs me even tighter. Thank you for everything. You're the one that's been putting in work, Xander. Thank you for letting me be your coach. We hug for what feels like a bit too long, but I don't care. I need this. I step onto the elevator and get one more look at Bucky. Knock him dead. I'll make you proud. The doors close, just me and the attendant. Doing alright? Just going through a lot. It sounds like you've been busy. I was the elevator guy before your first fight. Oh, right, I remember you. Good to see you're not nervous anymore. Well, maybe not entirely. He laughs. Well, at least you've calmed down a bit. You were dead serious last time I saw you. It's been a rough few months. The attendant nods and looks down at his tablet. I try not to ask too many questions, but, how'd you end up with all this? He gestures to his tablet with the information on it. I can't exactly give any details. Fair enough. You feel good? About the fight? Just in general. I think so. Even if I lose, I'll figure something out. That's a good attitude to have, then. We reach the bottom and the doors open. The lights are already on. Just whatever happens, we're rooting for you. We? Maybe the rest of the staff? Look, he's giving is anxious, confident, hopeful. I nod and step out with a smile. I'll do everything I can. Good luck. The doors close. I'm alone, basking under the lights. My stomach doesn't hurt. Not in the way it did before. I'm ready for you, Harvey. Right on time, his doors open up and he steps out. Fucker's built like a reverse Dorito. Alright, time to start the insult train. You're built like a reverse Dorito. You look like you tried to be Goku but gave up halfway through. The gloves you're wearing, like, your fashion choice is giving failed Ninja Turtle. You look like you have -3 brain cells. Yeah, he did skip leg day. I can't think of any more. I'm not sure what I expected underneath the suit, but he certainly seems more prepared for the fight than I was thinking. He approaches the ring looking frustrated. Old piece of shit, you don't deserve to be angry. Good to see you made it. I trust you didn't leak any more details. I know what would have happened if I did. Smarter than you seem. Fuck you! Clearly not wise, though, given that you followed through on the fight. Bitch. While I may not have a black belt in martial arts, I have a leather belt. He tilts his head to either side, emitting loud pops from his old joints. Whenever you're ready, I'll finish what Bruce couldn't. Don't talk about Bruce like that. He knew what he was doing. Bruce was too scared to fight against you. I'll do it for him. The commissioner steps forward. After a deep breath, I do too. The buzzer rings. We raise our fists. His guard is high. Clearly he's got some Muay Thai training. Oh yeah, well, guess what? I got some whoop yo ass training. Stand-up fighting could be a problem. I might stand a chance if I can get him on the ground. He's heavier than me, though. I don't know if I want to gamble on that. I'll see if I can outbox him, but if it comes to that, we can always grapple. I extend a glove to tap. Force of habit, I guess. He does too. Bad idea. He gets a hold of my hand and pulls me forward, swinging a hook for my jaw. I manage to duck under it, only for him to step in closer with 2 more jabs to my face. My gloves pull up just in time to eat the shots. If I can just Harvey lands a kick against my side. I stagger back, hoping to get some distance to breathe. Okay, so apparently he didn't skip leg day. He's fast. I'm starting to doubt if he's as old as I was thinking. The kick left a bit of a sting against my ribs. I don't think I can take too many of those. Bitch, if we want to win very quickly, all we have to do is give him a Popeye's biscuit and a McDonald's Sprite. Fucker will turn into dust. Again, my opponent moves in. No time to think, just act. Harvey's lead leg kicks out low. I step back, letting it miss. That evasion makes my stance wobbly. It'd be unwise to put myself in a bad position, so I rebalance myself with another step back. The edge of the ring is approaching. Harvey is as well, closing in as I move backward. He sends a jab that barely misses, along with another leg kick. As I attempt to block the kick, his elbow breaks through my guard and cuts across my face. My guard immediately tightens around my snout. Fists rain in from every direction. I try to duck, bob, weave, block, anything to get out. I can't bring myself to move back any further, so I move forward. Air shoots through my gritted teeth as his knee pierces my abs. Desperate, I push, hoping to circle out. But with a firm grip, he pulls me down into another knee. I manage to defend, but the force behind it is enough to do plenty of damage to my arms. In the struggle, I get a hold of his knee before he puts it back down. One pick of the knee is all it takes to make him scared. I've got my head pressed against his chest. I can feel him tense up immediately. An arm hooks over mine, and in no time at all, he manages to break my takedown attempt, shoving me away. I'll take it. An unsuccessful takedown, but I've learned that he really does not want to go to the ground. All I have to do is survive until I can get him there. My cheek tingles. I touch it and find blood dribbling down through my fur. The elbow must have done some damage. It's not too bad, though. I can still fight. Push through the sting, keep my heart pumping. Once the adrenaline dies down, then I can worry. But not now. Harvey's walking toward me, calm, the same deadly expression on his face. I try to match it, but I don't know if it has the same effect. Probably not. I'm really missing Bruce's teasing right about now. I pull my guard up and he does the same. He starts the offensive, firing jabs for my face. With enough distance, there's no problem evading them, but I need to start firing back. His stance is strong, but his midsection is wide open. If I can start chopping away at his body, I'll be in a good place. A straight punch comes from my face, blowing right over my head as I duck. Stand my ground to send a combo to his body, finishing with an uppercut to his chin. The blows to his body land, but my uppercut misses, and before I can react, a knee lands against my body. I fold forward, spitting air out and trying to defend, but the blows keep coming. Punches rain down again, plowing into my guard. Each one stings against my skin, and the force quickly tears through my stamina. I'm getting back to the edge again. Harvey's size and speed make quick work as I turtle forward, scrambling to find an out. A knee pierces through my body again. I step back, but I know I'm outside the ring. Maybe I can sneak to the side. Again, the knee plows into me, finding its mark against my solar plexus. I feel my limbs try to go limp, but not before Harvey gets a hold under my arms. He leaps forward, firing a knee aimed for my chin. My gloves block the way, but the sheer force behind it is enough to shake me. Harvey hisses, this time pulling my head down into the strike. Not sure how, but the knee slips through my hands, finding its mark against my nose. Feels like something breaks. I lose myself for a moment. My head feels heavy and I can't seem to get my body to cooperate. It all feels kind of fuzzy. He tries for another knee, I think. My guard holds it at bay, but just barely. Blood sprays off of my gloves, slam back into me. I can't let him get another one in. With a clearer mind, to get a hold of his knee before he pulls it back down. Again, he goes to defend it, but I act too fast, turning to the side and throwing the old man to the ground. With the grip he out of my arms, I don't exactly get the advantage I was hoping for. He pulls me down, but in the heat of the moment, I manage to slip through his arms and fall back onto my ass. He scrambles to mount me, and I stumble back to make space. He was ready for me to take him down, and I don't know if I want to get on top when he has a hold of me. So I opt to get to my feet instead. He rises too, looking more annoyed than he was before. I really need a second to catch my breath. My nose is bleeding bad, clogging my snout, forcing me to breathe with my mouth open. That just gives him an easier target if he swings for my jaw. Doesn't matter. Harvey's moving in. I smear the blood across my arm and sip in some air. He's much more aggressive now. I guess the takedown pissed him off. Blows rain into my face. It's a lot harder to avoid them now. Everything feels heavy, sluggish. I'm blocking more often than dodging, which only makes my body ache more. I manage to send a few good shots back in retaliation, but through the pain, he only doubles his output. Everything I give him, he gives back twice as hard. I work his body, he abuses mine. I touch his chin, he makes my snout even worse off. I'm starting to see blood paint the cement between us. Can't focus on that, have to deal with Harvey's relentless assault. One step forward, 2 steps back. One clean blow, 2 in return. It's like he's punishing me for fighting back. A running theme, I guess. But the fight goes on. He's starting to sweat, but his expression barely changes, even when I land a good hit. I just gotta keep fighting. Maybe I can bait out a kick and punish him for it. Or take him down and finish it. He comes in with more punches, and in a bit of desperation, I clinch up with him. He's hot, panting slowly as our exhausted bodies press against each other. Gotta position my legs properly, otherwise he can trip me and take me down. I was hoping he'd need a break as much as I do, but he's clearly doing much better than I am. Can't think like that. I can still win this. With a huff, he shoves me back. Guess my break is over. I start to go in for an attack, but his leg lifts, body turning to aim a kick. I lean back, letting the kick pass a hair's length from my snout. The whiplash makes me flinch, shutting my eyes for a split second as my body returns to its place. Everything goes fuzzy. Blood sprays as my head cranks to the side, shortly followed by the rest of my body. It's been a while. Zan's probably having his fight right about now. I'm stuck down here waiting for whatever punishment the old man wants to throw at me. As if getting shocked ain't enough. Bored as hell, nervous as fuck. Guess it'd be asking too much to have a radio or something playing. It did give me plenty of time to think about everything. So I guess they got what they wanted out of me. Rehabilitation works. But I'm kind of over sitting around and thinking about what I've done. I've spent too much time feeling sorry for the shitty choices I made. I need to take action. I gotta take responsibility. Xander's fight, Redline's injuries, it all happened because I wouldn't stand up to Harvey. So, first step, getting out of this cell. Maybe I should try calling out again. Call! No response. I need the bathroom. Got a toilet in there. He's still in the other room, judging by how far away he sounds. Shit's busted. Just hold it. Till fucking when? I hear a sigh followed by heavy footsteps approaching. Here comes the annoying part. I fold my arms over my chest, hiding my hands in my armpits. Just pray he doesn't notice I'm not wearing my gloves. What do you mean it's busted? I mean it's busted. Flushed it earlier and didn't fill back up. Flush it now. Fuck, I didn't expect him to think about that. Figured he'd just open the door and come in. Turn around and flush it with my foot. Sure enough, it works fine, and I look like a jackass. Cole just snorts and starts to walk away. Hold up. What? I missed the start of your little boyfriend's fight. Fuck, okay, I guess I don't have any time to waste. I want to watch. He raises an eyebrow. You sure that's smart? The old man's gonna put him in the hospital. Probably worse than I did to his little boyfriend. Swallow your pride, swallow your rage, focus on what needs to be done now. Anyway, answer's no. See ya. Wait! He sighs and steps closer to the cage, stun baton resting over his shoulder. Dumb fuck probably thinks he looks real cool. Swallow your pride, Bruce. I wanted to apologize. He grins. Yeah, what for? I suck in air through gritted teeth. For embarrassing you in the cafeteria. What else? Bastard's enjoying this. And
It's time to drink water.
Being an asshole. Guessing at this point,
It's
no
time to
fucking
drink
clue what he
water.
wants out of me now.
It's time
Yeah,
to
you were
drink
a piece
water.
of shit, huh? Yup.
It's time to drink water.
I sure was. At least with that one, I wasn't lying. I've been a real mess for a while. Glad you can finally admit it. Starts to walk away. I was really hoping it didn't have to come to this. I wanted to get your attention. Cole stops. Ugh. See? Now I should have seen that one coming a mile away. Now it's chill having a friend be gay and all that, just as long as you didn't start coming on to me. So was all that posturing you were doing at the runs just, like, to get me jealous? Swallow your fucking pride and play along. Yup. Just wanted to get your attention. He laughs. That's fucking hilarious. Oh man, that's great. You only hung around those freaks just to get to me. I mean, I never swing that way in a million fucking years. But you had me fooled. I thought you actually liked those little faggots. My hands clenched tight. Fuck swallowing. I told them all about the nasty fucking fantasies I had about you. But after Red told me how small your dick was, hard fucking pass. Get fucked. He clenches his baton. Keep pushing it. Said mine was way bigger, too. You're fucking sick, you know that? Though you're one of the good ones. Nope. I'm a dirty fucking faggot. I fight better than you. I fuck better than you. And I'll always be better than you. I'm just making shit up at this point, but I can see he's getting angry, so I gotta keep it up. Someone else is here. I can see their shadow along the wall, just barely. Think I can make out the shape. Bucky? Cole hears something and starts to turn toward Bucky, hyped to distract him. I'm just saying. Feels pretty fucking good knowing that I'll always be at the top. No matter how many wins you get, you'll never be as good as me. A filthy fucking cocksucker. He turned back around, death in his eyes. Stun baton already prepared. He jabs through the bars, aiming for my chest. Catch the tip of the baton with my hands. Before Cole came by, I put my gloves on backwards. The padding of the gloves, now covering my palms, provides enough insulation to keep me from getting shocked. The fuck? With both of us holding onto the baton, I pull as hard as I can. Haha. Haha, Cole. Cole slams into the bars, howling out as electricity sears across his body. The wolf convulses and screams, eventually letting the baton drop to the ground. His eyes shoot open and he looks ready to murder me. Fucking! He can't seem to mutter any more words. The drool at his lips starts to bubble. Maybe I went a little too overboard. Cole lunges for the baton. Fuck you, Cole. Before he can get there, Bucky's behind him, forcing him back into a tight chokehold. Howdy! No, howdy! You're the guy that fought my red, right? I think I owe you a little something. He maneuvers Cole with no problem at all, smashing the wolf's face into the concrete wall behind them. Blood erupts from his snout, his eyes crossing in a daze. Bucky rears a fist back and then smears it across Cole's face, creating a brutal crunch I never could have expected from the old man. Cole's nearly limp at this point, alternating between struggling with the roo and reaching for the baton on the ground. Bucky stomps onto the tool, smashing it in two. Hey now, we don't need none of that. Men like us only need our fists, right? Natural order, survival of the fittest and all that. The way he talks, gritting his teeth like that, kind of freaks me out. I've been angry, but this is a whole other level. Cole's getting choked out. Bucky's hold is clearly taking a toll on the concussed wolf. Doesn't take more than a few seconds for Cole to go completely unconscious. Bucky drops him unceremoniously. With a little growl, he shakes out his hand. Should have brought my gloves. That hurt. I'd lend you mine, but the padding on the gloves completely melted away. Might as well just toss him. Why'd you come here? Wouldn't want you to miss Xander's fight, would I? Bucky taps against the lock panel next to my door, and after a few seconds it clicks open. Should have brought a change of clothes for you, too. It's cold down here. Well, we won't be here for long. What should we do with, I gesture to Cole, who's starting to stir. Bucky sighs and drags him into the cell. That'll do for now. I'm not done with him, but I imagine Red will have a better idea for a punishment once he's up and running. You know the way out? Barely. I've never been this deep before. How the fuck did you even find me? That'd be me. The doctor's voice coughs out of a walkie-talkie strapped to Bucky's pants. He holds it up, looking proud. Drayden here snagged a walkie-talkie from one of the guards. I asked for one. For security purposes. Also, and I snagged one off one of the guards. He's been guiding me around the halls. He knows the place that well. I was able to find a map of the holding cells after digging through some files, but, alright, we can talk and listen, we can walk and listen at the same time. Let's go! Start moving down the hall, but Drayden speaks up before he can get another step further. Yeah, so, two problems. Bucky and I stop in our tracks. Firstly, they've got guards headed your way. Cole wasn't responding to his walkie for a bit, so they're coming down to check on him. Manageable. And the second? Yeah, so, Redline's missing. Oh, fuck. I hit the ground. I'm supposed to be fighting. What hit me? Fuck, this hurts! I'm on the ground. I'm still bleeding. Out of instinct, I back up, shuffling on my backside as fast as I can. The concrete scrapes against my skin. I've got a migraine, feels like. What hit me? At least I can breathe now. My nose clear of blood for only a few seconds. As I move, I can make out the shape of the commissioner. He kicked me, and then I got hit. My guess is he followed his spinning roundhouse into a tornado kick. I can hear my heart pounding away in my skull. Fuck right, the fight! My body moves without thinking, thankfully. Harvey's kick needed time to recover, so he can't follow up. He was probably banking on it putting me out cold. It almost did. I'm surprised. That should have broken it. Feels like I might have, but I don't want to give him the satisfaction, though. He approaches, glaring blades straight through me. You think too much. You should have done your thinking before you got down here. What does he mean by that? I look down and realize I'm barely outside the ring. I have to get back in before time runs out. I step forward, but the commissioner shoots out a steep kick. His foot lands flat onto my chest, and the force sends me a few steps backwards. In hindsight, you shouldn't have taken the fight at all. You're not ready. Circling around him doesn't help. He's standing at the edge, tracking my every movement. The exhaustion is weighing down on me already. As soon as I get close enough, he fires a volley of fists for my face, crashing my guard, but another teep kick sends me onto my ass. He spits out a laugh. But I suppose you should have thought about that before he swung for me. Enraged, exhausted, I charge in, planting a foot inside the circle. His knee fires up like a piston, breaking through any defenses and folding my midsection. I pull away, but he holds me in place. Weak. Pathetic. Insubordinate. The knees plow deeper and deeper into my solar plexus. Any oxygen, any energy, any fight I have left is beaten out through my core. I pray for this to end. Another knee, this time smashing into my snout. I can't react. I have nothing left. Harvey lets a vile snarl escape, brutalizing my face with one more knee. He lets my limp body collapse to the floor. I'm bleeding a lot. This hurts. Everything hurts. I breathe out with a gurgle of blood. He's probably going to kill me. I don't want to die, please. I want to see Red one more time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I was a bad son, Dad. I'm sorry I was a bad friend, Red. I'm sorry I was a bad fighter, Harvey. When the ringing in my ears subsides, I can hear the commissioner mumble something. Hear me? I told you to get up! Get up, he wants to keep this going. Sure, I might as well listen. Maybe he'll let me live. Somehow, through some sheer force of will, my foot plants itself on the ground. Slowly, I come to standing, face to face with the blurry double vision of the commissioner. I know I'm off balance. I know I can barely breathe right. I know I'm not winning this. I got beat bad, but I'll need to go to the hospital. I have to find a new job. I have to pay off all the contract fees. What a fucking waste. Maybe I should have just quit. You're a disgrace, Alex. I can't look him in the eye. I never should have wasted the time or money on you. I know. I know. Fang will be better off without you. Redline will be too. Don't look at me like that. At least try to look strong for the cameras. I am strong. Come on now, put your hands up. Make it look like you're worth fighting. I am worth fighting. I deserve to win more than you do. You're quiet. No more outbursts. Maybe you finally learned your place. Fuck this. My place is above you. I have fought too fucking hard to still end up at square one. Harvey takes a fighting stance inches away from me. Well out of the way. Goodbye, Alex. Good! Enough! My overhand crashes into Harvey's snout. He tried throwing a straight and I slipped under it. I refuse to let you speak to me like this. Harvey's nose breaks, blood loosening from his snout. Let's see if I can't break that jaw too. Time resumes and the old man is guarding up, but not before I whip a hook into his cheek. He's staggering to the side, clearly dazed, or at least a little bit surprised. I waste no time following up, chasing him to wherever he tries to stand. You won't get away from me. You brought this on yourself. His fists shoot out, but some kind of sixth sense is carrying me. I flow around them, pivoting my feet to punish every opening he gives me. Jab to the chest, hook to the ribs, uppercut to his mouth closed. I can't waste any more time feeling sorry for myself, and I will never let anyone treat me like that again, because I'm going to fight until my dying breath. His stance is broken by a well-placed knee to the center of his torso. I know that look on his face. I felt the wind get knocked out of me plenty of times. Xander! Xander, kick his ass! Kick his ass! And the wise words of that one fucker in that wrestling match, grab his dick and twist it! With desperate pause, he grapples for my knee, probably trying to take me to the ground. If I can just grab hold of his head. I stomp down, freeing my leg from his grasp. I pull down on his head, leaping up with the knee to meet his snout halfway. I feel bone and cartilage crumple over the force of my knee. Harvey's frame shudders and his arms go limp. His legs are shaking. The both of us hit the ground with me tackling him down and mounting his frame. His gloves go up to guard his face, but they're easy obstacles to move. Blows rain down on his face. Everything hurts, but I fight through the pain. Not just because I have to, because I want to. I want to win. I want to live. And if I have to fight to make that happen, I'll fight every fucking day. I'll fight for myself, for Bruce, for Bucky and Drayden, for Redline, for every person slated to be broken in this useless, toxic, endless fucking cycle. I won't stop fighting until I win. One last hammer fist, and the commissioner's arms go limp. His eyes close. He still breathes, but there's no other movement from him. The fight is over. I won. Holy shit, I won! I was waiting for a bell or a buzzer or something, or... Fuck! I won! My legs find the strength to lift my body up to a standing position, and I raise a fist, basking in the glory. What the hell is that sound? I'm not sure how to process what Drayden said. What do you mean, missing? I mean, he's not in his bed! The fuck happened to his medically induced coma? Those don't last forever. We figured he'd wake up sometime, but I didn't think he'd just up and wander around. I checked the med bay, but no luck. None of the other doctors have seen him either. Any chance security could have seen him? Probably. I requested a search party, but the focus is more on Cole. He's supposed to be watching a deadly dangerous inmate right now. Bucky growls, rubbing his temple. These guards are fucking useless! Okay, so we'll split up, cover more ground. And if we run into a guard, worry about that when we get to it. I've got a second walkie-talkie here. I can hear where they're headed, and try to steer you away. But I won't be able to look for Red if I'm busy here. I stomp over to Cole's office. There's a screen showing Xander's fight. I know that arena. That's the one right outside the commissioner's office. He's getting pieced apart pretty bad. I need to hurry. Let's move. We set the walkie's channel to match Bucky's and Drayden's, and he starts guiding us out of the dungeon. Wait! Voices are echoing from somewhere in the halls. The guards are already down here. Can't get a minute of peace. Following the way Bucky came would be dumb. We'd run right into them. Gotta sneak past them somehow. But then they let Cole go free, and there'd be one more guard hunting us down. Do we want to take our chances with our numbers being bigger, or do we risk meeting them head on? They'd probably have stun sticks, too. Bucky sighs. Go find Red. I'll meet up soon. Down here, boys! Bucky whistles sharply and starts walking towards the voices. He glances back at me and tilts his head to one side. He wants me to go without him. I saw your buddy out cold. You guys want to know anything about that? The voices pick up in aggression. Bucky takes a sharp turn down another hallway and rushes out of sight. Footsteps and yelling echo down. I dart away before they can see me. What's happening? I speak quiet just in case there are more of them. We got two guards on our tail. Bucky let both of them away. What? He'll be fine. But if you don't help me get out of here, then we're all going to be in trouble. Counting on you, Doc. There's a pause and Drayden grunts. Right. He'll be fine. I'll make sure to kick his ass for being reckless. Thank you. Ha! Not sure why Fang needs fucking prison cells this deep underground. Not sure I want to know either. It's a maze trying to find my way out. Turn left, take the next 2 right turns, follow through straight, go through this unmarked door. By some miracle, I find the elevator and take it up. No shot Redline got as far down as we were, so there's no point looking there. Drayden's real quiet, only barking out directions. I feel kind of bad for the guy. Bucky's pretty capable, though, so I don't think we have anything to worry about. The elevator takes us to the main subset of hallways. This is where we go for fights. I know my way around here. Okay, I should be good from here. Are you sure? Yeah, you go look for Red on the main floor. I'll hunt around down here. Right. I'll keep my walkie on me. Running through the checklist in my head. Got out of jail, now all you have to do is find Red, save Xander, recover Bucky, and send him to the Commissioner. Easy. What a fucking headache. Prioritize. Where would I go if I was Redline? The library? The pool? Nah, little guy's probably got a killer headache. Maybe he'd head back to his room to nap. If he wanted to sleep, he would have stayed in his room. Maybe he'd go try to see Xander. Or watch Xander's fight. Doc, go check the viewing rooms. On it. And I'll check the halls. There's a chance he's trying to get down to the ring to watch Xander's fight. It'd be fucking stupid, but I wouldn't put it past him. He better hope I'm wrong. A quick glance down every hallway. I know this place pretty well, but there's a lot of ground to cover. Maybe I should head straight for Harvey's office. There's a chance Redline's watching it from that window he's got in there. Full and sprint to the office. Big, thick, ornate doors with no guards surrounding it, thankfully. They're busy terrorizing Bucky. Locked. I'll pay for the broken doors later. The screen is shut off and the window is completely transparent with a full view of the arena. Xander's looking bad, real bad. The commissioner's lecturing him by the look on his face. I've been there before. Sick fuck. I pound the glass hoping to break it. Maybe that'll stop the fight. But it's too thick. I'd need something else. No sign of Red in here, though. I'm out of ideas. I turn and get one last look at the fight. Both of them are stanced up. Yo, Doc, any news? Nothing in the viewing rooms. Any luck on your end? My heart starts to sink watching Xander and Harvey face off. I'm sorry I can't do more for you right now. Nothing. Have you tried the beach? He loves that place. I'll head there next. Can you head up to his room just to cover more ground? Yeah, I back out of the office, turning around to leave. I'm on my way. Whoa. Whoa! Theodore came out of nowhere, gun planted against my ribs. Hi, bitch! My heart drops to the bottom of my chest, arms coming up instinctually. I drop the walkie. Hello, Bruce? I've never had a fucking gun pointed at me. I don't know what to say, what to do. Theodore looks nervous. No, more than that, he looks terrified. What are you doing, Ted? His little hands are shaking. His face is scrunched up in pure fear. Is he that scared of me?
The commissioner said, I have to have you stay in your cell at all costs.
So he gave the jumpiest motherfucker in the facility a gun. I speak soft in case he feels like he needs to pull the trigger. I'm not doing anything wrong. I promise. The barrel jabs deeper against my body. It's trembling. I take a step back into the commissioner's office.
I don't care. He gave me a job. I have to do it.
I try to slow my breathing. Maybe acting calm will help. You don't have to do this. If you put the gun down, I'll go back to my cell. Metal clatters in his hands. Poor thing's horrified. I slowly reach down to try and point the barrel away from my body. Please, let's just take a breath. And the gun drops out of Theodore's hands. I stomp on the gun. It breaks in two. Cheap piece of shit. Ted? I think you dropped something! Not a big fan of getting shot at, even if he missed. But at least the bullet left a sizable crack in the glass. And now I've got a mallet to finish the job with. Comes with handles for easy gripping! Yes! I smash the rabbit's face into the glass a few times for good measure. Once he's good and knocked out, I throw him to the side. That should keep him busy for a few seconds. Hey look, my hands are shaking too, just like Ted's. Funny how getting a gun fired at you will do that. I grip my hands tight, take a deep breath, and smash my foot into the bullet hole. Okay, kicking glass with bare feet is a bad idea, noted for next time. Looking out into the arena, I can see Zan and Harvey. The old man is on his back, spread eagle. Holy shit. He actually did it. Bruce! I try to step to the side, but with the broken glass on the ground jabs into my feet. There's nowhere to step. With a push from behind, my unsteady body leans over the edge of the window. I'm falling into the arena. Ah, damn, he died. Just kidding. Bruce! I stumble over the commissioner towards the dinosaur. That must have been a 10-foot drop. There's shards of glass everywhere. I have to be careful where I step. Looking up at the window, I see a bit of Theodore's head peering out over the edge. We make eye contact before he scampers off. Bruce grunts, his face contorting into a wicked snarl. Jesus, Bruce, are you okay? Yep. Just 350 pounds dropping about 10 feet onto concrete covered in glass. I take his hand in mine, and with a lot of grunting, we manage to get Bruce back on his feet. Glass shards of various sizes scatter off his backside, leaving behind a number of cuts in his skin. Shit. He's lifting one foot off the ground. Is it broken? Probably landed on it funny. Well, the elevator's right here, so just lean on me. Bruce's body weight shifts. He drapes one arm over my shoulders, and we hobble over to the door. He's careful not to put too much weight on me. I guess he can see how banged up I am. He taps a panel hidden on the side of the frame, presumably calling the elevator down. I didn't know that was there. You look like hell. How's Harv? The pain in my nose stings when he says that name. A bit of blood away from my lips. Oh, you know, same old. How was, actually don't know where he's been for the last 2 days. Jail. Sucked. Bruce's breathing starts to get heavier. The pain must be taking its toll. Well, we can get you to the medbay, and in an instant, his enormous frame pulls me into a hug. I was so worried. His whole body is shaking. I can barely support his weight. But through all the damage I've taken, I stand tall and let him lean on me. Bruce. The arms behind me get tighter, and his breathing becomes more labored. He's warm. You did it, though. You beat him! I never could, but you did. I'm so proud of you. He pulls back, hands gently tracing my shoulders. Bruce is hunched forward, every breath moving his whole body. That doesn't sound good. Bruce. No more fighting. From now on, let me protect you. Shock penetrates Bruce's face. He gasps a staggered breath before anger returns. He turns, roaring, his claws slicing the air behind him, at the commissioner. Grr! With a second strike, Bruce's frame folds forward, jackknifed over Harvey's arm. Oh, you bitch! You bitch! The arm pulls out, accompanied by a vicious squelch. Bruce's body collapses, blood pooling underneath. Bruce! My eyes dart from him up to Harvey, and then down to the thick shard of blood-stained glass in Harvey's hand. The commissioner sighs. I've had enough of your attitude, Bruce. Far more trouble than you're worth. His eyes drag from Bruce's body up to mine. I'm stuck. I don't do well with men that can't follow orders, Alex. Without any warning, he lunges for me. I stagger to the side, narrowly avoiding his blade. I'm running out of options. I have to get Bruce out of here. I have to get out alive. When the elevator comes, he'll just get in there to finish us off. In my scramble, I nearly trip over Bruce. He lets out a groan. Good. He's still alive. I gave you everything. The words dribble out of his mouth as he drags his feet closer to me. All I ever asked was for you to do what I say! But if you can't follow the simplest of instructions... Harvey's foot stomps against the cut in Bruce's back, forcing a roar from the man. With Bruce's heavy, heaving, muffled sobs, paws clutching his abs, Harvey's dead gaze leers up at me. Then you'd be better off dead. Again, the blade lunges for me and I move back. I can't afford to defend against these. Any cut could be the end. He swipes and I dodge. He stabs and I sidestep. If I stay close too long, even striking him could give him the opportunity I need. But with his next strike, he shunts forward with his elbow, knocking me off balance. I stumble for a second until his free hand catches me. Another knee to the body. I can barely breathe as is. Still, he keeps hold of the back of my head, plunging the glass shard toward my neck. I catch his wrist. The glass barely stopped from pressing into my skin. We're gonna stop it for the ad. No. His teeth bare into a snarl as our strengths contest each other. Now we're gonna stop it for the ad. Want to break from the ads? Fuck! This is stressful! Not today, ads. And we're back. Let up for even a second and I die. But I have so little left to give. My arms are shaking and Harvey weighs so much. I'm sorry. I'm tapped out. I'm sorry, Bruce. I'm sorry, Redline. I'm sorry, Bucky and Drayden. I'm not winning this fight.
Zan!
The force pressing the tip of the glass against my skin pauses. I can finally take a breath. My eyes and Harvey's head crane to the shattered window overlooking the arena. Oh my god! Oh my god! It's the boy! It's Redline! It's Redline with his
Body
arms!
has been discovered!
It's like the second coming of Jesus all over again! There, leaning over the edge of the frame, stands Redline. He takes a labored breath.
Fuck him up.
It's time to drink water. It's time to drink water. It's time to drink water. It's time to drink water.
A glint of glass flickers and I lean my head back as the shard swipes at me again. Harvey's foot lands in the center of my chest, forcing me backwards on my ass.
Grandpa, stop!
You're finally awake. Motherfucker's never going to leave him alone. Harvey turns and walks towards the window. You've had a whole week off, Redline. I think it's about time you got back to work. Red shudders and swallows and shakes his head.
I'm quitting.
I'm afraid I can't allow that, grandson. Remember who gave you this job. Plenty of skilled fighters would have killed for a spot in Fang. You're not in any position to give that up. Besides, I'd hate to have to send you back home to your father. Fucking monster. Redline can't even look him in the eyes. He looks exhausted. Now get back to your room. You have a fight in a week. I charge for him, aiming to tackle from behind. Or else I have to... Disciplinary measures! The blade slashes overhead as he turns to face me. I get a grip around his waist, but he manages to shunt me away. He's off balance, unfocused. I have to attack now. Blows rain against his body, desperate to do any sort of damage, anything to stop him. The glass retaliates, swiping and stabbing into any space it can find. The shard tears against the back of my forearm. Skin splits, blood leaks out. Doesn't matter. Fight until the end. I will not let him hurt anyone anymore. One swipe misses and I plant a fist against his ribs. His solid frame quakes. An evaded stab gets an uppercut to the jaw in return. Again, the blade swings in a high arc, with enough force to carry him to the side a few steps. With his back turned, I lunge, latching my arm around his neck and holding it tight. Harvey sputters and coughs. The glass swipes at me, but I manage to hold it off as it cuts my palm. Just a few more seconds and the choke will do him in. He stumbles, the grip on the glass loosening as we fall. We drop together. My head rocks hard against the concrete. Everything goes dark for a second, but when it comes back into focus, I see the commissioner laying on his side. The piece of glass he was using got dropped in the scuffle, and when he fell, he landed on top of it. Harvey lays there, his weapon pierced through his neck. He sputters out a few labored gasps, and stops moving. Yay! We win! He's dead. Good. I killed him. Even better. The arena is silent, save for my heavy breathing and Bruce's whimpers.
Xan.
Shit. I look up to Redline, who's been peering out over the edge of the window. He's still bandaged up. He looks exhausted. I didn't.
Is he...
I don't want him to say it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Red. I didn't mean to.
Grandpa?
Redline wobbles in place, then goes limp. His body slowly slips over the edge and he starts to plummet toward the glass-covered concrete below. There's no way he can survive that, not in his state. My body moves on its own. I can't save Bruce, I might not save myself, but I can't let you get hurt. My blood streaks across the floor as I leap to the glassy field below Redline. I can barely reach him in time. My arms catch his frame, his soft, warm body safe against mine. The glass bits on the floor shred into my backside. My body refuses to take in air, stunted by the sheer pain overloading my nerves. My body too shocked to let me scream.
Xander!
Short, furious breaths shoot in and out of my mouth. The pain stabbing into my back is too much to bear.
No, please, Xan!
Air refuses to enter my body. I feel like I'm choking on blood. My face is frozen in a grimace, tears streaking down my cheeks. I can't move. I've been fighting for so long. I gave everything I had.
Xander!
It'll be okay, Red. It's better now. You're safe. Ah, shit, are we dead? Was it worth it? All this pain, this confusion. Just a few short months, you've been transformed so radically. You're a completely different person now. You've changed. Are you happy? With the way things turned out, I mean. Are we happy? I'd say yeah. Yeah, we saved Redline. We're happy. That's good to hear. Would it be okay if you kept fighting for just a little bit longer? I know it's unfair to ask, and I know it's a big responsibility, but I think, in the end, you'll be glad you did. If things ever get this tough again, just remember everything you've gone through so far. And remember that you survived. Remember that you picked yourself up off the ground. Remember how you got patched up. Remember when your friends were there to make you smile. And if, God forbid, you're ever alone, remember to love yourself. That's what this is all about. Love. The lives we lead are so fragile and uncertain. We owe it to each other to love as much as we are able. Love others, love yourself. I know it can be hard to hear this sort of thing, but I'm proud of you. And I hope you love yourself enough to keep going. Keep growing, keep listening, keep caring, keep loving. It's probably a lot to figure out right now, and don't expect it all to come at once. We're only human, you know. You'll slip up and make mistakes. But in time, I know you'll become a person you can love. It's the least you deserve. Sorry for rambling. I'll see you later, alright? Be good to yourself. I'm such a fucking idiot. I'm so sorry. Should have done everything differently. And if I had the chance to do it all over again, I would. No, that doesn't sound right. I'm focusing too much on myself. I'm so sorry. I was selfish and I... Oh, why is this so hard? Can't seem to break the habit. Just take a breath and move on. Probably shouldn't even be thinking about this. The new CEO wants to discuss my future with the company. It's been a few months since my fight with the commissioner. Things have been a little wild. Fang shut down operations temporarily while they scrambled to find a new owner. Most of the fighters were pissed, rightfully so. Guess that's mostly my fault for killing the guy in charge. Hopefully it won't happen again. Always a little bit of a walk down to his office, but it helps me get my steps in. Knock, knock. It's open. You wanted to see me?
Yeah, man, I'm bored as fuck down here.
I smile back at him. Sounds like the new job is working out well then. Red's chair creaks as he leans back.
Ugh. Dude, it's only been a few months and there's so much to do already.
Sounds like you need a vacation.
That's true.
I dropped down in one of the XXL beanbags Red had exchanged for the side chairs that normally sit on this side of the desk. So did you actually need me for something or were you just bored?
I mean, this job is super boring, but I did want to see you. I got the rest of the month off.
How'd you swing that by the boss? I hope my dry wit comes across clearly.
Ahem. Please, Xander. I call the shots around here.
Red's arms crossed behind his head. He leans back in the chair, but hurriedly scrambles to regain balance when the chair almost tips over. How'd you even get this job in the first place? You feel overqualified.
Well, after the whole, incident...
Sorry about that.
Shit happens all the time.
Does it?
Grandpa's will had all his shares in the company transferred to his next of kin, which would be my dad. After everything that happened with me and Cole, my siblings all bullied or convinced Dad into transferring the shares to me. So yeah, he was a majority shareholder, which means that I kind of own the company now.
Why do you call yourself the CEO?
Sounds cooler.
Does it?
I'll be honest with you, nothing about this job is cool. I have to sit in meetings and look at documents and talk to the shareholders.
Gross. Ever since that incident with Harvey, Fang put a hiatus on all professional fights, essentially shutting down until we could get things under control. Having your boss murdered in the private underground arena isn't a great look, and the audience above ground had a lot of questions. I'm lucky enough to have stayed out of the spotlight for the whole thing. Redline's lawyers hid my identity pretty well. Though, even if I did get a lot of attention, I can always just hide underground until it blows over.
I'm trying to convince them to let us change the facility up. More safety protocols, better healthcare and security, maybe some new rules to keep a healthier mindset.
He sighs.
It's a headache.
Well, don't push yourself too hard. I feel like Drayden would have a conniption if you worked too much and ended up in the med bay. Redline beams a smile at me.
I'm on my third lecture from him this month!
We're only 1 week into the month.
Going for a new record.
He laughs a little, then looks to the side. How is everything? He's silent for a few seconds.
Honestly, not great.
Redline gets smaller in his chair.
My shoulder and leg are taking a while to heal. Even then, I'll be pretty fragile. And the whole one eye thing could be a problem if something happens to the other that works. I don't know if I'll be able to fight professionally again.
It's hard to look him in the eye. Would you want to?
After all this, I don't know. Feels like it just lead to more trouble for me.
It's hard to hear that coming from him. I know how excited he was to fight. I'm sorry, Red.
Yeah, it's whatever. I mean, yeah, it sucks that I can't do things as easy as I could before.
His mouth opens to speak, then it closes. A shaky breath exhausts through his nose.
It really sucks. I don't like having to take breaks all the time. I don't like feeling like dead weight. I miss training and swimming and fighting. It hurts. I can't stop thinking about how it might never get better. I'm really scared that it won't, that I'll be like this forever. But I guess it's all a work in progress. Drayden said there's a chance I'll make a full recovery. But yeah, I'm not doing so hot between that and the new job.
I'm sorry, man. Is there anything I can do to help?
Well?
The hyena gets off his chair, hobbling slowly towards me. The cane he uses for support is decked out with stickers. Redline slumps down next to me on the beanbag.
I know we said we'd take a trip when I had the time, so I was thinking we could go to my grandpa's beach house. See the real thing.
His head presses against the palm of my hand as I run it gently over his ears. Eyes close, he lets out a breathy whine. Yeah, so that's where we're going. Redline had me pack a bag. Wouldn't tell us where the destination was.
My treat, of course.
You really don't have to do that. I can pay for my part of the trip.
Oh no, I mean, like, my family gave the house to me too. And I already bought the tickets, so...
Right, that sounds great, but would it be weird for you if you have all those memories there, I mean?
I thought about that, but I think I'd love to go again.
Redline nestles closer to me, our lips meeting for only a brief second.
We can make some new memories.
The beanbag shifts and creaks as our bodies meet in a hug. He's so warm, so still. I can't help but hold him like he's some fragile thing. I lay there, taking in the scent of his fur, holding my boyfriend in my arms. Yes! There is a God! I'm sorry, Red. He lets out a little chuckle. And they were roommates.
Don't, San.
I mean it, though. I'm sorry I spent so long treating you like that.
Yes, babe, I agree, just like I did the last dozen times you apologized. Really cute how you reacted when I read that text back to you.
God, that was embarrassing. It needed to be said!
Well, I'm glad you finally opened up to me.
Hopefully it doesn't happen again.
What, you opening up?
No! Me needing to apologize. He laughs and kisses my cheek.
Well, if it does, I'm sure it'll be about something much less worse. Like killing my grandpa.
He's never gonna let that die. Oh yeah, I'm really sorry for that too.
It's okay. Sorry he tried to kill you.
We both pause and then laugh.
I mean, he didn't give you much of a choice. And knowing that he wanted me to fight again...
His head shakes.
I don't know why he did what he did. I guess all he could focus on was making a profit? I don't know. But I didn't feel any love for him near the end. I'm just glad you were able to get off with self-defense.
The legal process for that was painful, but the recordings of our fight and the conversations in his office gave us all the proof we needed. It was an accident. I really didn't mean for all that to happen.
Ideally, I wouldn't have had to drag all your bodies into an elevator, but yeah, happens all the time.
I remember him crying over me when I finally woke up.
Poor Drayden.
Poor Drayden had his hands full.
He was too busy tending to you guys that he completely forgot to yell at me for getting out of bed in the first place.
Who's yelling at you? Bruce pops his head into the room. The door swings open and he enters, duffel bag under his arm. Redline lets out a little chirp and scrambles to get to his feet. Bruce drops the bag and rushes forward. Easy, big guy. Come here. Gently, he lifts the squirming hyena up into his arms, bridal style.
Hey, I can get up on my own.
No can do. Doctor's orders.
Drayden told you to carry me around?
Sure, let's say that. Hey, quit wiggling.
You can't wrestle, so this is what you get instead.
Bruce beams as he pins the wriggling yeen against his body. It's fun to hear Red laugh like that. I'm gonna have to wrap you up like a blanket. Make a little 3-yeen burrito.
Where are you gonna find the other yeens?
You've got enough in you for 5 yeens. He got off the beanbag, moving to plant a kiss on Red's cheek. Then I lean up as Bruce meets me halfway for a kiss on the lips. You taste different. Were you just smooching it up in here? Oh my god! It's even better!
Yep, you missed out big time.
I roll my eyes. Guess the teasing is something I'll have to come to live with. Not that I mind entirely. I knew what I was getting into. After everything calmed down, I approached Bruce with the idea of the 3 of us getting together. He was scared. I was too, frankly. Kept going on and on about how he didn't want to hurt me or how he wouldn't deserve it after how he treated me. We both understood that after everything we went through, we trust each other and that we deserve to be happy. And Redline was over the moon. He had feelings for both of us, but wasn't sure how to navigate it. What's so good finally seeing him happy after so long? Bruce and I spent so long trying to perfect the double kiss technique. Red nearly exploded when we both planted one on his cheeks at the same time. Careful with him, Bruce. We don't want him breaking before the trip. Boo! You're no fun. You guys decide on where we're going?
My grandpa's beach house.
Ooh, not bad. You cleared to swim?
No, but I've got floaties.
Bruce grumbles and squeezes him tighter, forcing another squeak from the yeen.
And we can hang on the shore.
Attaboy. Drayden's making me keep you responsible, so no getting into trouble. Unless it's really cool or funny. That's the important part. You boys ready to get a move on?
I'm all done for the month.
My bag's up in Drayden's office. I need to stop there anyway. Gotta get my new fob. Bruce scoots his duffel bag up, slinging the strap over his shoulder while still carrying Red. You wanna lift too, Zan? I don't think there's much space I can walk. Let's scoot then. We make our way down the hallway. I made sure to grab Red's cane before he locks the door up. So, how's the coaching going? It's going.
Not bad, huh?
These guys are getting antsy without fights. I got them running laps way too often. Not in a bad way or nothing, just good to help them get the energy out. Got them sparring a bit too, but I make sure to watch them close.
And how are the new guys?
Adjusting well. Turnover was a bit rough for a bit, but we're making it.
I'm glad people are behaving. I wasn't put on this earth to fire people.
I don't know about that. You seem to have fun firing, Theo. He giggles.
Poor guy.
You poor innocent little freak. He only tried to kill me twice.
At least he went without throwing a tantrum. Cole had to get dragged out.
Maybe they'll get to share a prison cell together.
Aw, that'd be cute. Little roommates.
Isn't firing people part of your job, though?
No, that's what HR is for. Theo was supposed to be my assistant since I'm taking Grandpa's place and all. Hopefully not for long, though.
Yeah, how's that hunt for replacement going?
It's going.
Can't imagine it'll be easy to find someone that wants to own this place. Especially not after the grisly murder that happened to the last one. That would make a good ghost story.
Maybe some kind of co-op situation. Is that even possible for a company this big?
I love you, bud. We have even less of an idea than you.
Maybe I'll bug Ian or Vincent. My brothers know how to business better than I do.
What would you do if you aren't running the place?
Well, I can't fight, but I figured I'd try to do something else to help the fighters. Some kind of fighter representative or liaison or whatever. I'd make sure the fighters are getting everything they need to get their job right. If something comes up, they can come to me, and I can make sure and I can make their needs heard.
Both Bruce and I flash a smile at each other. So proud of him.
Just want to do what I can. I don't know. Not even sure if I can just make up a job like that.
Yeah, you'll have to run it by the CEO. Bruce snorts.
Fair point. Hopefully all the other changes are going to go over well, too.
Well, from the sounds of it, the boxing league is looking pretty good. It is. I can't speak for the other guys, but I'm enjoying it a lot. Also enjoying not having to worry about wrestling with a man 3 times my weight. Fang announced an expansion of their current fighting league, so now we feature MMA and boxing matches. The new boxers and coaches have been nice so far. A few of the MMA guys transferred to boxing too, so there's definitely some interest. Hopefully the audience appreciates Fang casting a wider net. I'm gonna miss having you in class. Now who am I gonna demonstrate power bombs on?
Hello, I'm right here.
I'm about 90% certain those aren't legal in MMA, and about 99% certain Drayden would kill you for suggesting that, Red. I'd much rather give him a stern talking to, but I'm not afraid to use my claws if need be. It's the boys! Drayden had popped his head out of the door we were walking toward. Moving inside, Bucky's there too, seated up on the bed. As soon as we get in, he hops off and Bruce sets the yin down on his place.
Claws aren't allowed in MMA either.
Doctor's orders, no getting power, dunked. Or whatever Bruce was trying to do. Power bomb. We're still working on the lingo. When's your debut gonna be, Doc? Whenever I have the need for a concussion, exercising with Bucky is hard enough. I drop down in a seat and Bruce leans against a wall. Drayden asks Red some questions about his leg. So the training with the boyfriend's going well, huh? Drayden and I are just doing some conditioning. Jogging, some weightlifting, nothing too crazy like what I did with you guys. Unfair treatment if you ask me. No kidding. You should make him wrestle with me. Get him up to speed. We're working on getting him to throw a punch. Drayden shoots him a playful glare as he checks Redline's eye. You guys giving you any trouble, Coach Bruce? No, nothing I can't handle. Well, if they do, I'm right next door. I lean back and listen as my friends chatter. It's nice. I don't have the threat of losing my life looming over my head. Finally able to relax. Red and Drayden seem wrapped up, and they both turned to us. All done here. You boys are heading out now, right? Yes, sir. Just grabbing our bags.
We're heading up to my grandpa's beach house for a few weeks.
Yeah, sounds fun.
There's plenty of rooms. Are you guys sure you don't want to join us?
They both smile. That's sweet of you to offer, but we think you 3 deserve a break. Besides, we got plenty of work to do down here. I've got a union meeting in a week, and I think the doctors have one week after. Yup. Plenty to take care of while you're away. I'm glad we'll be able to get some alone time, and hopefully so will Bucky and Drayden. Are you sure you're okay with staying with the company? Bucky laughs. What, you saying I should retire? You think I'm old, Zan? He grabs my head and wiggles me around. No! I just figured there'd be bad blood between you and the guards. Yeah, you did kind of beat the shit out of him. I wish I got to watch. Nah, it's all water under the bridge. After I put one of them out, the other one backed off. Your coach is still got it! Bucky flexes a bicep and pats it. Drayden blushes and clears his throat. But I think it's more than that, too. You struck a chord with us, Xander, the day we had that talk. It's partly our responsibility to make this place better. Fang can't continue to grow into a positive space if we aren't here to help foster that kind of attitude. So we both agreed we'd be staying with the company to help accomplish that. Bucky wraps an arm around Drayden and pulls him into a kiss on the cheek. Sounds like hard work.
You've never been one to shy away from working hard before. Glad you're sticking around, though. Makes the transition a lot easier.
Of course, Red. Drayden smiles. We'll always be here to help. The 3 of us say our goodbyes to Drayden and Bucky, gather our bags, and head to the elevator. It's weird not needing a staff member to give us access to the door that leads outside. Well, okay, Red and Bruce are staff technically, but I'm used to having Bucky here with me. There's no attendant inside either. I guess they have the time off until fights are back on the table. The doors close and the elevator kicks to life. This is so beautiful! Oh shit, did either of you two get lunch?
I was actually planning on grabbing something from the caf.
Nah, we can grab food on the way to the airport. What are you feeling? Anything's good for me. I'd go for a burger! Sounds good. And then Xander gets to pick on the way to the beach. We'll get burgers again then. No way.
No, wait. There's this nice seafood place just up the coast.
You're the man, Xan. Can't have 2 burgers in one day.
Oh, I totally forgot. My dad keeps this huge DVD collection in the beach house. Maybe we could have a little marathon some night.
Maybe stretch our legs with a nice walk, too. I'm just excited to get outside again. Just as long as you don't get into any trouble when we're out there.
Think you can control me, big guy?
They start bickering. Music to my ears. Whatever happens, wherever life takes us, I want to spend it with them at my side. The elevator stops. The doors open. I feel the sun. I see the light of day. And I understand now that it was worth it. Everything that's led to this moment, I would do whatever it takes to feel this again. No matter how often I get knocked down, I'll keep getting back up. For myself, for Red and Bruce, for those close to me. I'm going to keep living for them. For us. And I'm going to make a quick save. Because I have a feeling it's ending soon. Oh? Okay, let's hit the auto button and let's just sit back and watch. Actually, I'll just click it manually. Oh my. I can't get over that. Just... Developers, if you're seeing this, you did a fantastic job. You cooked. You ate and left no crumbs. Haya, you ate. You fucking served. Yes, you did. And I'm glad we got to fucking kill the commissioner because he deserved it. Oh, nah, you're good, man. Haha. Oh my. Naked Red. Yeah, we're gonna miss this game. Final thoughts? Any final thoughts? I have a couple. Fucking lag. Yeah, I have a couple thoughts. I just have to actually get them together. Well, I got very fucking attached to the characters. I'm very attached to them. As a response to that, thank you for making Undefeated. Before we leave off, there is one thing that I want to do. One last thing that I want to do. Real quick, before I leave off. Let me go ahead and open it. Oh, don't worry, it's actually good. I think you're going to like it. Just go to the page. This is the first time I've done this. This game deserves it. And for the last time with Undefeated, stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.